brother Marines. We have returned again here today. It is I, Slathe the Space Marine, and today we will be doing hobby stuff and Warhammer. It will be glorious. We have returned again. Today, right now, right here, right for you. And there's cats. Sleepy cats that are all very, very sleepy. So, today, we will be working on some Space Marines in the backlog of Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine Bloodhounds chapter, my models, comma, slash, semicolon, what we're doing. We have returned. And we will have today, I have 10, that's times 2, which is this, Space Marines on the table. I don't expect we're going to be getting through all of them, but at least there is that many there, because that's like a squad, and so that makes it cooler that way. So, today we have returned for Doom. No, we've not returned for Doom. No, we've not done that yet, not quite yet today, no. But we will be working on some Space Marines, and we can also chat and talk about Warhammer 40,000, because, I mean, come on, Warhammer 40,000, I mean, what's wrong with that? Warhammer 40,000 is also a very cool thing, and there's lots of new stuff going on in Warhammer 40,000, such as there is the clearly, there's all these new things like the Old Enemies box set, which is outstanding. The Old Enemies box set, which comes with 10 tactical Space Marines, that's as many as I have on the table, a Land Speeder, and some Dark Eldar guys, or whatever, I guess, because it's the guys that you would have gotten in the 3rd edition box set for Warhammer 40,000, and they're all on 25mm bases, so they're all like all itty bitty with their little itty bitty base, and so they're all ready for action. And what else do we have? There is the Eldritch Storm, or Eldritch something. There's that thing which has the Chaos Space Marines and the Eldar Space Marines, and they're fighting. And you fight them so hard. They fight. They fight so hard that's how they fight, and they do it so much. And they're just ready to just pound them. So there's also the mystery box for Kill Team. Now, I'd like to know what people in the chat might think, or people in the comments at one point, what they think will be in the mystery box set for Kill Team. Because right now it's just hinted at and just teased with a blacked out or cleared out, with a Black Ops sort of box art, because there's no box art, there's no art, there's nothing at all. It just says Kill Team, and that's all we get. And that's all we got with that. I'm leaning towards thinking that in the Kill Team box we might also get more Eldar. So that way there will be the people who want to get more Eldar models can get the unique special posed special gear people from Kill Team to add to their Eldar collection, so that way they have new Eldar models and people can say that they didn't get new Eldar models because there they are in Kill Team. So there you go. Coffee is still important. That's right. The things that change, the things that stay the same. So, what do we have for what more in store is there from Warhammer? Well, Space Marine 2. Space Marine Deuce. Duos Space Marinos. So the bad hombres in space, the Space Marines, which are going to go into the Space Force, and they're going to take out those bad hombres. which I earlier said that they... So either way, moving forward, not moving past, because we're going into the future of the far future of the Dark Millennium of Warhammer 40,000. So there is Space Marine 2, where we have the return of Titus. So there was the former Captain Titus of the Ultramarines chapter. Now he is a lieutenant. A lowly lieutenant. Well, it's not that bad. I guess a lieutenant's still a pretty decent spot in a Space Marine chapter. But either way, he's been reduced in rank. And now he is a Primaris Marine, which is then clearly below what he was before, which is a Firstborn Captain. Which proves that Firstborn Captains are better than Primaris Lieutenants, because he's been demoted. So, just remember that. Remember. So, he is back, and he's got 2 more service studs on his forehead, whichever side it's on, and this side, that side. He's got more of them. He's got more of them. And he's got like Primaris armor now, and he fights Tyranids. He's got 2 new buddies who definitely aren't Leandros and the other guy, because the other guy's dead, and Leandros, nobody likes him. So, Space Marine 2, where clearly in the trailer to Space Marine 2, they show jump packs on the now Primaris Lieutenant Titus. They show what would be similar to an Assault Marine style jump pack on top of his what seemingly was standard Tacticus Primaris armor. Now, wait, let's not lose the voice now. that would then, to me, would insist and hint to me that Lieutenant Titus, with his Primaris, that thing, with the Primaris jump pack, right? He's got the Primaris jump pack. That means that the jump pack is probably going to show up on other Space Marines. That just becomes what I would just think that just goes hands in hand. We're going to be seeing that on other Space Marines in the future very soon. Space Marine 2. I don't know why I'm pointing. Space Marine 2. Get Space Marine 2 today. It's not out yet, but get it now. Broke Marines. My broke Marines, who are totally broke. Today we'll be doing some painting to try to catch up once again on the infinitely never-ending backlog of Space Marines. And earlier, I had, I think it was days ago, in a community post for the channel, I had made a display of the current status of the chapter, of the paint job, essentially, of the total work that needs to be done. So, now, Brother Marines, with that in mind, that means that there's more to be done, and that means that the job is not done, and when it is done, then there will be more to do, because at that point, then, we'll probably have more stuff by then. So, I mean, just being real about it. So, with that in mind, Brother Marines, we will get down to the busyness, and we will be doing some painting, where we will be using our wonderful, lovely, glorious Abaddon Black. And with that, it will be the thing that we're going to be doing. We're going to be painting Abaddon Black onto some Space Marines. That's right, Brother Marines. With that in mind, I believe, with the power that is invested in me, if there is no other topics to be able to bring up, then I suppose then we will just move on forward, on forth, with the painting of, I guess. because but that does not mean that this, you see, look at this wonderful, wonderful, glorious, beautiful camera zone that you can see right here, that is right now. This is always available. We can always come back right here, right now, where we are. This is the best place to be. Slathe the Space Marine, 2021. Yo, that's right. That's right. That's right. It's now turned into a Space Marine rap. So, without further ado, we will now go to the other thing, I guess. The painting thing, where we do the painting. Because, yes, so now let's go to that right now. Where is that? It's, this one, I think. That's the one. It is the painting one. And it's really, really, really good to have it like this. I don't have the green screen, obviously. Whoa. Not today. Not today, Satan. But we will be using the regular screen. So with that, where am I supposed to be sitting? Here. This is the spot. Right here. This is it. This is where we're going to be painting. So, let's get our lovely, lovely paintbrush, which is so, so lovely. It's so lovely, so lovely. Oh, we're going right back into it, full force, painting, singing, the works. That's right, brother Marines. With that in mind, and with the power that is invested in me, I duly declare the light to be turned on, swam. And we're going to need to do a focus test. Let's pull this this thing up here. That's, yes, definitely a good one. Now, Jackler. Oh, no Corvus Black. No, we do not use Corvus Black in this house. No, Jackler. We do not use Corvus Black. We use Abaddon Black. Abaddon Black. We use Aguddon Black. Not Abaddon Black. We use not Corvus Black. No. Where would we ever do something so offensive to the senses? To the visual senses, to muddy something, to make it less pure with something as Corvus Black. That would be truly unjust to the models that we are working with today. Even the foulest models, your enemies' models, should not have something as lowly as Corvus Black. And with that, we will now either paint an old model from the 80s, or we will paint a newer model from the 2000s. So, what do you believe that we should be doing first? Do we work on the old models, or the still kind of really still old models? I mean, they're all old models, but do we work on the older of the old first, and then we get to the less of the eld, and which will be the elders for elders first? Do we do that, or do we just go with our guts and we just go for the gusto and we grab one and we just take it and we move forward and we grab that model and you paint it by the balls? You just paint it. You just grab the balls and you just start painting. You thrust your paintbrush upon its balls, and with that, it is painted. No preference? Okay, so we'll just grab a model, I suppose, then, if there's absolutely no preference. So, we have some metal models, some plastic models, and some... Oh, the elders come first. The elders come first, he says. Elders first. So we have here a 1988, that's not in focus, plastic beaky Space Marine. Now this is quite an old model. And let's put it in focus so it's... I mean, come on, damn. Can we get this thing in some focus? There we go. 1988 Space Marine. Now that one, we could do that one. Or, we've got this, I think this is pewter or lead. This is a Space Marine medic which predates the Space Marine Apothecary, and it's got some things and details it needs to do. There's some stuff on the helmet, it looks like, and some stuff that needs to be fixed. So we're going to be fixing the blacks on all of these, and so here we go, Space Marine Medic. We have, here, this is a Space Marine Field Police. So these would be the Space Marines that, I guess, you know, tell the other Space Marines in their chapter to stop resisting and to give them their identification. And here we have another Space Marine, which, see, this guy's interesting, because his toes kind of look like Death Guard toes on Death Guard, and he's got a pipe coming out of his mouth on his helmet, kind of like Death Guard, but he's not a Death Guard, and he's got a crux, he's got an iron cross, he's got a cross there or something, he's got some kind of cross there, Maltese cross, he's got some kind of cross there on his belt. So there's that guy. He's whatever this guy is, because he's very funky. And those are the old Marines that we will be painting first before the newer stuff. That's right, brother Marines. If you are... That was meant to be if. That was totally meant to be if. Okay, so, brother Marines. Let's strap ourselves in and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. And we will be starting to paint these Space Marines. That's right. Okay, so let's begin. We're 20 minutes in and we've not even done a tiny little bit of this. Okay, all right. Okay, that's the way. That's typically the way this would go in the past. Makes no sense to change the format now. So let's go. Let's get some paint on the palette, and then put some paint on the plastic, and I guess the pewter. Paint on the palette, onto the pewter, and then to the plastic. Gonna paint some Space Marines. Space Marines doesn't start with P, but it's got a P in it, because Space Marines don't gotta pee. They just pee inside themselves, because of their suits are part of their body. So it takes their pee, and it puts it inside their suit, and then it turns it into... Okay, this went way, 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 way off the rails. Okay, so... let's start with some painting. Let's get to it. All right, so how are we doing tonight? How are you doing, Jackler? How is your night, evening, day? How are you doing on this fine moment where we have joined forces on December the 28th? We're going to be making sure that we are applying this over all the areas, so that way it's got the same sheen and the same sort of look. We want to make sure that this is not a complete waste of time. We want to make sure that all of these have that cohesive look of the unified, uniform look of the army, where they all have the same thing. Doing all right. Good. Yeah, it did get out of hand. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 10 Space Marines on the table, when earlier today there were none. Just gonna quickly and carefully and neatly apply this into all the areas that just need like a second coat, just to make sure everything gets all nice and done. Because some of these, I mean, like, I have dusted these off, and either the dust is just not coming loose or whatever. So this is not that great if I'm painting over top of dust. But you know what? It'll just seal in the years of experience that these models have on the tabletop. The years of dustly wisdom that they have acquired. I should probably dust these off. The next one, okay, after I'm done, I was like, no, I probably should have dusted these off. Whatever. This guy's getting that dust seal. He's getting the Thousand Suns treatment, where there's dust that's sealed into his armor. It gives him an extra wound. Oh wow, it's lagging or something. Something's going bad with the camera. I don't know why it does that. I've not quite figured that one out yet. I mean, did it always do that? Did it always do that? It's been so long. But, you know, I wanted to start streaming again, because I was watching a friend of mine. He was doing some streams, kind of similar to what I used to do for the hobby hangouts, like this, where it would just be painting some models, talking to people in the chat, where it would be like talking about Warhammer or whatever, making jokes, sort of thing, doing some light banter, you know, the usual, just kind of a casual hangout sort of thing, you know, just shooting the shit and having some fun and doing that. And so I was just watching him do that, and it just made me think, you know, I do kind of miss doing that, and I'm inspired to pick up the brush again, to put the mic back on, and to come back online, and to start doing streams again. And, you know, so I kind of was like, you know, I am going to do that. And I figured, you know, why not? And, you know, could be good to help kind of to get back into things, get back into the swing of things, to help kind of get myself back onto the routine of how that would have been, and you know, get myself back into the YouTube sort of thing. And I think that's good. It could be good to help grow the channel. Could be good to do a lot of things. And so what my plan, I'm going to try to, I'm wanting to try to do these for maybe 2 hours a day, and do those, like, maybe do them like every day throughout the week. I'm not sure about on the weekends and what that's going to be, if it's going to be the same hours, and if I'm going to be doing streams on the weekends. But my thoughts are
doing streams for a couple hours a day in the evening after I'm, you know, done doing my personal responsibilities. Then I can get back onto the mic and back onto the brush and back to the grindstone of getting the chapter completed. Oh, but yeah, you should always remember. Yeah. Always remember Happy Day or something, right? And doing these renovations, this has probably been one of the most painful projects because, one, it's going over models that I've already done. So it's doing work again that you've already done. And that already sets something off in the brain where, you know, like, ah, shit, you know, like, I'm doing this again. It's the same work. It's like, you know, you didn't do it good enough the first time. You got to do it again. So there's that, which is a bit demotivating. Also, that it's not getting anything new done. It's kind of like a lateral move in that sense. Although it is getting these models completed to a standard that is similar to the other models, it's not getting new models completed. So it's kind of a lateral move in that sense. So it doesn't feel as rewarding or as satisfying in that regard as painting a new batch, because this is repainting. This is repainting. You know, old models again, so that way they are matching the standard that you would be doing them at on your other models, and so this is just irritating. And some of these things, like looking at this yellow isn't the way that I would be doing a yellow. Because that looks like that's just layers of yellow over top of it. I can see where, through the transparency, like that looks terrible. Like, I don't know. But yeah, 2 hours seems like a good number. I was thinking that would be kind of like an average set, just to kind of get back into the swing of things and to not overdo it and not to do something that's kind of too short where I'm not getting anything done. 2 hours isn't a lot of time in this sense, but oh, I need to dust these off, don't I? A little bit of waste there. So we'll just pull out the dusting brush here. So, 2 hours is enough time to get some progress done if I'm doing it stage painting like this. I mean, typically when when we were timing it before, and it wasn't really even like timed like some kind of race or something. It wasn't. But it took about 2 hours per Space Marine. I forget what stage those were at. I think those might have just been primed red. I forget if the pattern was applied at that time or not. When I painted those Space Marines. But 2 hours would be enough time to be able to get a decent amount of work done to be able to have some chat, to be able to talk about whatever's new, to be able to bring up my new Bloodhounds character, Lethgo Brandon. Lethgo Branton is probably gonna be, you know, he's gonna be doing some good stuff. Lethgo Branton. Lethgo Branton. Lethgo. 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 Branton. Branton. Lethgo Branton. Or would it be Let Go? I don't know. Isn't that... I mean, Lethgo is a name. There is a name, Lethgo. Or would it be Brandon Lethgo? Lester Branton? Lester Branton. Okay, so I think these are dusted. I'm pretty sure I did some dusting on these prior. So, okay. Medic, police, other guy, medic. We'll do medic. Okay. So we'll get some more paint on the palette. And let's continue. What else? Is there anything else that's new? Anything else? Warhammer. I'm trying to think. What else was there? I think this was a little bit ago, a little bit of time ago, so it's not quite as fresh. But there was a sewage leak at Games Workshop. So there was a... everything was covered in shit. That's a telling sign of the current era, isn't it? Let's get some more done. So, this guy's got like toe guards. Little circles. Okay, he's got little circles. I don't know why he's got little circles, but he's got little circles on his legs. Those are the circles of life. From the day they emerge into the chapter and step into being a son of the Emperor. Hey, Big Red. How'd the end of your stream go? Just doing some, just doing the more of the backlog again. Just doing black fixes on areas that have, I guess, worn off or they weren't quite lining up properly. They weren't quite done right the first time. These guys are all getting that TLC that they need. And I hate it. Hey, Kronk. So we got Kronk here. You know, Boo Womp, is that the sound they make in SpongeBob when they're sad? You know, I've never actually watched SpongeBob. I've never watched it once. And I'm sure that that's probably not amazing. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people who have never watched it, but so I can't say much about it. I know that there's a squirrel in a spacesuit. There's Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is the Kurgan. I know that one. "4 hours of the Big Red Imposter. Bring back the beard." Oh yeah, you know what? I had some suspicions when I was watching. You know, now that the beard's gone, you know, I'm getting some kind of Beatles kind of feel. Like, you know, like there's a body double sort of thing. Because it doesn't quite look right. You know, so some things are not quite lining up. You know, this might be proof of reptilians. I think this is reptilians confirmed. How's it going, Crunk? Other than surviving through another of Big Red 40K's live streams. Which, you know, I can't say those are bad. I have to say those are pretty good, actually. Come to mention it, that was the person streaming that I was mentioning earlier, that I was saying, you know, oh hey, I was watching their stuff, and it kind of inspired me to get back in the game, to get back into this, into painting, into talking with you guys, into the general sort of back and forth banter, getting business done sort of thing. You know, because I want to see this chapter get completed. I don't know about you, but I think you do too. And each application of paint is that one tiny little step closer to getting that done and achieving that dream. And I think we can all agree that that's a good thing. But at the same time, I don't want that to be the whole identity and, you know, thing of what I do on this channel. That definitely took a huge main focus when I was doing a lot of streams and a lot of stuff before. I want to see if I can maybe do a little bit more of a mix-up, kind of like when I would be playing video games and having Hangout streams, stuff like that. So, in the future, I am, in addition to doing, you know, hobby streams and stuff, because of course we want to get that done, so that way the chapter can stand in its glory, and then get put away into boxes, and do things like what? Dawn of War. I did recently get Space Marine, although I don't know how well that would run while streaming, or how well the stream would run while Space Marining. We'd have to try that out. Do some stream experiments, and see if that works. Beyond that, I have been asked a few times, and I do think that it has been a decent amount of time since playing Super Nintendo on the channel. there has been some mentions to me about there's been some mentions to me about playing Final Fantasy III again on the Super Nintendo, and I am kind of interested in doing such. I'm just thinking it's been so long. So that there might need to either be a refresher on what happened last time, or just kind of restart. I'm leaning towards kind of the latter, that we could restart from the beginning in Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo. And that could be however long that would run. Probably not all in one sitting. I mean, damn. But that could be a short little stream series of going from beginning to end, not in one sitting, to of Final Fantasy III. And yeah, I think like the old days, kind of getting into doing some of that. Because Warhammer's great. I love Warhammer, obviously. But at the same time, I don't want to get burned out on things and start, almost even dreading or resenting the thing that we're trying to get done here. Because it's like, oh no, it's the only thing we ever do. It's like having only one flavor of food ever. Of anything. You only get that one thing. And so I definitely am going to want to be doing a mix of things. So that way things don't get kind of stagnant. Things will stay sort of fresh. And you can do multiple things. I mean, even multiple things in one night sort of thing. Like, I mean, hey, if I don't paint past 11 o'clock, well, I might still play video games, sort of thing. I mean, these are just my arbitrary personal rules. So from there, that opens up such a horizon of things. Opening up a horizon's not an expression, but I digress. So this is looking decent. Okay. I think. Oh, there's like a. No, that'll get solved in the wash. That'll get solved later when I'm just not gonna. You still want to be the ninja. You want to be the ninja in Final Fantasy III? You know what? We can do that. Because, yeah, to those that may not know, so when playing the Final Fantasy games, I was playing Chrono Trigger, when playing these games, the characters in the game, you get to name the characters in the game. And I would be naming the characters in the game after people that would be watching the streams, or after people that have watched the streams or have been watching the channel for a long time. And it mostly was just kind of like on, like, if somebody asked kind of basis. So it was or if they showed up, they became the next name. So that could be the thing. The names will probably be different than they were before. But if Jackler, if you want to be the ninja, then all right, ninja it is. We've got you covered. Got you covered, fam. Got you covered, fam. All right, so we got this next guy. And we're going to need a little bit more paint on the palette. And we're at 45 minutes. And I think half an hour of it was just me doing nothing. So, yeah, sweet. Or was it like 20 minutes? I don't know. I don't know, everything's all whizzle, wazzle, woo. I don't know what time is. Okay, so let's get some paint on the palette there. Boop. Boom. Done, 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 done. Okay, and bam. So, we now have... What do we have? Where was I going with that sentence? Nowhere, clearly. I have been playing a lot of this game recently. And I've been playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas, and that has just been my jam recently. It has just been amazing. I've not played it until now. Now is I am playing it for the very first time. I'd seen it a couple times before, and I didn't seem very interested at the time. But now that I'm trying it myself, I'm having an absolute blast, so I have to say, Fallout New Vegas is an excellent game. The soundtrack's a bit lacking, if I have to be a bit critical of it, even though it's an older game. The soundtrack is a little bit lacking and leaves a bit to be desired. I would hope that there would be a few more songs in the game. I think from what I have discovered, there's more songs in the game, but only available through the DLC, where you're playing in completely different areas that have their own songs and music, is my understanding to that. And that's not cool. I tell you now, as one would tell Malice themselves, these guys clearly look to be in tune with the renegade god. Well, that I wasn't quite prepared for I wasn't prepared for this level of warfare. Typically, they're more often connected to what is it? Tzeentch, and I think a lot of people, for some reason, connect them to Nurgle for some reason. I don't know why. Malice, I mean... Yeah... No... Maybe... I'm just gonna leave that with a question mark. So that way it's vague, so that way it can be both. It can end up being that, and then also end up being a lie at the same time. Oh no, Jackler. Pretty soon the Bloodhounds will get rewritten, right? They'll get rewritten by Bear, where they're all a manifestation of Malice. Almost like like Malice's version of the what are they called? A Legion of the Damned. A legion of Space Marines that were just kind of spawned into the Ethereum. Hounds of Malice. Oh no. Oh no. It's like a splinter splinter fragment? A splinter faction? What am I trying to say? Apparently, I can't even word. These guys are 100% Malice followers. Oh no. Well, the Bloodhounds, they fight for the Emperor through arrow they serve. And they'll just keep chanting that and keep believing that until it's true. Oh no, cancelled. Oh no! Fragment! Fragment. I said fragment. Okay? I said fragment. I was laughing, and I muttered up my speech, and I said fragment. Okay? It was fragment. Alright? Okay? Look at me. Listen. It was fragment. Of the tubby guy is here. Let's get to the shenanigans. Hey, Axe. How's your night going? Glad to have everybody here. Let's see, what are we doing at? We're at 3 viewers, it says. I think, I don't know, might be a little bit of delay on my end. It's like, wow, Jackler, this is probably the biggest stream that I've ever had. The Bloodhounds fight for the Emperor in order to destroy all their enemies, and then to destroy all those who stand before the God of Two Faces. See, if the whole Tzeentch thing was all just a ploy by Malice, here I'll bite, okay? If the whole Tzeentch thing was all just a ploy, a trick by Malice to appear as a Tzeentch demon with 2 heads. If he does that as a if there's all of the duality, if there's all of the Tzeentchian somewhat, I mean, I know that's not its whole shtick. It's not really its main shtick even. That's only like the shtick of one of its characters, really, or like 1 or 2 of its characters, where it's like they lie and they tell the truth, and or they have the 2 opposite things. Like that's not really the thing. But if all 5, we've been corrupted. Wait. You're laughing. We've been corrupted by chaos. You're laughing. Well, let me tell you another joke, Jackler. Someone clip it. We've got it, boys. Now he will have to grind out all of our armies that we can't be bothered to paint. All. Wait, what? Alright, well this Space Marine Field Police guy, I guess he's caught up, because I mean there's not too much that I need to do on these. And the older models are nicer for that, where if I have to fix up some of the areas, there's not so many details that I have to fix up in the first place, because these models are so undetailed. So, and they're smaller, which makes less painting. Faster completion. Use your brain and your thoughts and your mind so you can get ahead. Now, use your brain and your thoughts and your mind to get ahead. Jeez. Okay. So there's this guy, the whatever this is, not a Death Guard, sort of pseudo Death Guard, proto Death Guard, because he's got a bunch of indicators on this model. Because it's got like the toe greaves, and then it's got the helmet with the rebreather cable, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Rebreather pipe. It's very similar to something that would be like an old Death Guard model. It's a really funky old model. You said you were gonna tell me a funny joke, Slathe. Go on. Oh. Well, so, so there was this man, and he looked like a man, and he went caravanning. Oh no, that's not the right word, is it? He was a connoisseur of canoes. And he was on a caravan. And he had a pet coyote. And this isn't a joke. This has just started becoming a story. This isn't a joke. I'm not... Like, what? Oh, okay. I'm not joking. So, we got a little bit more on the palette here. You want to play Caravan? So, let's apply some paint to plastic. This isn't plastic, it is pewter. So, let's apply some paint to some pewter. Let's just swipe. And swipe. And a schwink. There we go. Done. Sweet. This guy's complete. I can put him away now. All right. That's it. We're all done now here, folks. No, we're not. I think the camera's all lagging out again. Fun. Let's go to the shoulder pad. Just because it's the big blaring piece of the suit that just kind of goes, me next, me next. And then I want to do another coat to the leg because there was a part where the paint looks like it had chipped off for, I'm not sure, whatever reason. So I'm wanting to go over that again, just so that way there's not a transparency to it that shows, or at least there'd be a lessened transparency to it, of the part where the missing paint was on before. So I'm just gonna do just another thin coat. So I'm just gonna dunk in this thing. Just gonna give it another thin coat there, and that's right, Duncan. When the caffeine is too low. When the caffeine is too low. Well, I can raise the caffeine levels. I do have some coffee, I believe, in the pot, and there's a tiny little bit in my cup. Now, I could, at like a halftime kind of, intermission, where all of a sudden, let's all go to the lobby, let's all go to the lobby, right? I could go off and go to the lobby and get myself some snacks, and then come right back and then, be all caffeinated up. Caffeinated? Caffeinito. We're making up all sorts of words today here on Slathe the Space Marine, where you will hear all of the brand-tabulous new words that exist created by me, Slathe the Space Marine. I'm the one who invented the dictionary. So, allegedly, I'm the one who allegedly invented the dictionary. I can't quite say that the other way, or else, I don't know. There could be consequences to that. So I don't want to have any legal repercussions. I don't want this Slathe the Space Marine guy suing me for slander.
So, allegedly, he invented the... Where do boats go when they are sick? To the boat dock. We might need to... Let's all go to the lobby so I can get some ice cream. Oh, wait, Jackler, you're getting ice cream, but is there enough for the rest of us? I'd like some ice cream. What kind of ice cream do they have there in Jackaland? It's gonna be something weird like beans and rice. Beans and rice ice cream. Beans and rice cream. That's what I'm thinking he's gonna say. It's gonna be beans and rice. That's just communism, he says. Oh. You get it directly from the source. The source! Wait, isn't the source something that you would get, like, electronics from? Alright, so, out of paint on the palette. Just slightly over 1 hour. So, I am going to top up. I'm gonna get some coffee and put it in my cup. And then I'm gonna come back. So, let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves some snacks.
Yeah, I was muted. I knew that I was the whole time. I was just testing you to see if anyone would notice and say anything. I knew the whole time that I was muted and was simply testing you to see if you were on the level or not. Clearly, I knew the whole time, and it was intentional for me to be muted there. It was, yeah, that's what that was. I am sticking to that. I am sticking to. I did that intentionally. Yeah, I did that intentionally as test. That's right, and you passed. You passed. That's right. Yeah. Shit. So, we have the models. We've got Tony. Hey, Tony. We're gonna be doing lots of videos, right? Right there, you see? See that? That's out those people out there. You see the people out there? They're watching you. They're watching you, and they're making sure that you stay out of trouble. Tony is slowly transforming into the Chungus Godfather. Are you getting Chung? Oh, you're Chungus. Yeah, he used to be little. He used to be so little. So, we have finished. We did 3 of the Space Marines today, so far, of the black portion of the renovations. And that's so far so good. We are on an hour and 10 minutes, so we'll have about 50 minutes left, including the modeling, painting, little bits here, and whatever there is to get caught up on, I guess. So earlier we were talking about there was that Eldrick Storm, or whatever, Eldrick Ulthran, whatever that new set's called. And the mystery set, we have a mystery set for Kill Team. So, I want to know what you guys think. What do you think is going to be in the Kill Team box? What armies, what factions do you think we're going to see in the Kill Team box that is just a complete mystery? Even if this is just a complete guess out of your ass, what do you think we're going to be seeing in the future? Gotta get some of this paint done. So let's go back to the camera, the model painting camera, that one. New Primaris Ancient. Oh yeah, there's a new Primaris Ancient. Okay. Yeah, there's a new Primaris Ancient that has a power sword, I think. I think that's the deal with that one, the dealio. Half of it is Eldar. So wait, do you think that the Kill Team box is going to be the Chaos and the Eldar one? Or there's going to be there's going to be like an Eldar Chaos box, and there's going to be an Eldar Chaos Kill Team box. So that way both factions are getting updates, like a bunch of models sort of thing. Is that what you guys are thinking? Because that could be something, It could they could have some of the Eldar come out in one set and have them come out in the other set. And for the Chaos, they could just have them just suck a nut and then put a bunch of spawns in one of the box and just kind of laugh at you because they're making you buy spawns. Or just that you're Chaos. As is. So, let's get some paint onto this model here. So, okay, the helmet here, he's got like a visor. Okay, this guy is funky. I mean, he's not quite like Cubble level funky, but he's pretty close. I mean, there's not much that can really, really compare to Cubble. I mean, come on. The legend. The myth. The man himself. Cubble. You know. Just doesn't compare. But I've tried to find this model on Stuff of Legends, the one that I'm doing right now, and I've never been able to find it. So like, I have no idea what this guy is, because he's very unique. He's very different than other Space Marines, but he's clearly a Space Marine. But I don't know why he's different. And back in, you know, on those models, you know, they usually had like a name or something on it. And I don't remember reading anything on the base, because I don't remember what it says on there even, actually. I could like take it out of the base and see if it says anything on the slot, but that would kind of suck because I don't have any super glue right now, so I don't want to do that at all. So I'm not gonna. And I have no idea what this guy is. Part of the new Kill Team box is Eldar Corsairs. Well, Crunk, if it's Eldar Corsairs, then that makes me believe that Eldar will probably be getting a new Prince Uriel model in the releases of Eldar. If they're gonna get anything new, air quotes, any new models, it's probably gonna be Prince Uriel. Or Iriel, or however his name is pronounced. So that way they can really maximize on that whole Corsairs thing. I mean, like, the model for Prince Uriel isn't that old. So, and it's not, like, its details aren't that bad compared to other models. There are other models that probably could use, like, a reimagining before that one. But it would make sense for them to line that up with that if they're going to be selling one product, to market it with, you know, a special character to go with it. And that would be Prince Uriel. They're the Jump Troop Guardians that the Forge World used to make, or Drop whatever. Drop Guardians? What do you mean, like, wait, do you mean Storm Guardians? The ones that had the shuriken pistols and the chain swords or whatever? Drop Guardians. I'm not sure if that's the same thing or not. I'm not sure. Eldar are not my strong suit. Eldar are more of Jackalar's strong suit. Because, you know, I mean, Jackalar had his big titty Eldar waifu. So, I mean, he's the man to go to about the Eldar. let's see. This looks like that is that caught up on. Alright, so that is 4 done. That is all 4 of the old Marines caught up on. Not bad, not bad. So we've got 6 more on the table. We've got 6 more. And 40 minutes left on the streams. I wonder, do you think, based on the rate we're going at here, I don't think I'm gonna be able to manage to get the rest of the other 6 done in the next 40 minutes. But what do you think? How many do you think? 2 more? 3 more? All of them? How far are we going to get on this? Alright, so what do we even have left? So we've got 4 boring Space Marines. Let's get them all lined up here. All nice and boring. So we got these 4 boring Space Marines. Or we've got these 2 Space Marines. We got, so like, missile launcher guy with his helmet on the side there. Or we've got this guy here, this medic character that I made a while ago. This guy's meant to be shady. So we got those to do next. Posted a picture on Discord. Thankfully, I am not logged into Discord right now. I am as far away from Discord as possible at the moment to save myself from situations like I expect what that picture is. So, Beaky Boys. So we, let's see. I'm thinking probably just gonna want to just do more of the bolter guys, I guess. Just to kind of go for that. We'll just grab the first one and go from there. So okay, so this is gonna be Marine number 5 for this stream. Just doing the blacks, just fixing it up. And so if you are new to the stream, and it's your first time here, which would be Crunk and Axe. I think Crunk's been here before. I think Axe, I'm not sure if Axe has been to one of my streams before. I am Slathe the Space Marine. Welcome to my stream. This is going to be a stream where we will be talking about Warhammer or just whatever, just hanging out and just talking and shooting the shit. I will also be painting my Space Marines, my infinitely long backlog that will never be completed. At least not with that attitude. So, on this channel we discuss Warhammer and video games, as well as other stuff, and just sometimes goof around. And in the future there will be video game streams, painting streams, hobby discussion streams, banter and hangout, and a plethora of other topics to discuss and things to be done and saids to be sung. That is right, brother Marines. Okay, so let's get down to business and work it over time. So yes, I have been in the hobby since 2001, and I have been doing YouTube videos since 2007, I believe. 2007 or 8, somewhere around that time. And I generally will have 40k focus on a lot of things, but if I want to start playing Pokemon or playing Final Fantasy, then strap yourselves in, boys. We're in for some chop. I'm going to be doing something that's completely off the rails to what you might be expecting from the norm at that point.
Not titties for once, Beaky Boy. It's an Eldar Corsair's pick. By the time he finishes painting his chapter, he won't need a white wig to cosplay his chapter master.
Well, the white wig isn't for the chapter master. The chapter master doesn't have white hair unless at one point Slathe becomes the chapter master. Then, oh wow, that would be it, wouldn't it? Oh, that's hot. That's hot, isn't it? That's got to be the full circle ending, isn't it? And then Slathe becomes the chapter master, and then where to go from there, right? Right, just suddenly, it just goes from corporal to chapter master, and away we go. So this looks really weak. What's going on with the color on that? Maybe I just get like a really thin coat on that one. I don't know if it's just faded over time. I don't know. Paint doesn't really fade over time though, like that. And I gave these things a dusting.
What are you doing, cat? Oh, it's crazy, cat.
It's all getting into bags and stuff. Alright. And okay, he's just sitting on it. That's alright. So yeah, I'm wanting to get as many of these done as I can in whatever amount of time that I'm going to be putting towards this. As I was mentioning earlier, I'm going to try to put 2 hours towards streaming, at least towards hobby streaming. I'm going to try to put 2 hours towards hobby streaming, maybe a day throughout the week. I'm going to see if I can do that, because, I mean, that might be a bit much, but I'm going to see if I can do it, and then go from there. And,
you know, there's only one way to find out, right? 2 hours a day isn't too much.
It's just 2 right enough. 2 right enough? I don't know if that's quite proper English, but... well, no, you know what? Shh, that'll just be our little secret. And... let's... shoulder now. And always remember to clean your brush. Brush maintenance. It's important. Brush, you want to make sure your tools work well and are clean. That way they get their maximum efficiency and effectiveness. They wear down less. Maintain your tools. And that includes paintbrushes. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you for coming, everybody, to my TED Talk.
Yes!
Okay, so let's... bit of extra room that I should have been using there. And that's one of the reasons why I'm redoing this, because some of these were not quite even or weren't quite something, so it's one of the reasons why I'm redoing all the black stage on these. Anything else left? I guess the backpack and maybe the bolter. And then this guy will join the ranks of the other guys that we just did all of the same stuff to. This is so mind-numbing. I really can't express enough how I absolutely hate repainting old models to fix them up. I mean, but at this point, it's kind of too late. Like, I could just stop, and I could just start another project. But then it wouldn't really have gotten these things anywhere, and all of the effort of trying to renovate them to make them match to kind of, what is it, I guess, almost like, not like retrofitting, but to... I've been airbrushing, haven't had time to watch. All good, all good. I mean, we're all in this together, Bear. We're all in this together, Big Red 40K. We are all doing hobby, and, you know, with that, you know, you need to go run off and go do some airbrushing. Go do that, and, you know, I'm fully for it. You know, all the power to you. Run off, go do that, come back, and then, you know, that's where, you know, we're all getting this work done for that purpose, where we're all enjoying this hobby, you know, we're all enjoying it, and we're all wanting to get our work done and kind of enjoy what we're accomplishing, I suppose. To have the not like the pride, the boastful pride. But you have that sense of accomplishment and that you completed something or that you got something done. And you know, so we're all in this. The mind-numbing portion is the part you should most enjoy. I do enjoy it, because I'm looking at all of these old models. It's nostalgic. It's very nostalgic for me that I'm just looking at all my old figures. I had all the battles with, you know, all of these Space Marines. They killed a lot of orcs, and they did not kill a lot of Necrons. That's kind of how that went. That's how I remember that. Run off like a coward, Bear. Thank you, Bear. Abandon me here while you're like this. No, that's not what I was implying at all. I was not implying that you'd be abandoning anybody, per se. More so that, you know, things need to get done, and who you gonna call? Airbrushing was the only way Bear was getting white over the black on the Keeper of Secrets. Okay, so we got another Marine lined up. What are we at now? Hour and a half. Done. Alright, so an hour and a half. Got a bit of... So we had the chatting period at the beginning. Gotten 5 of these done so far. Got 5 left. Oh, Canada. Oh my. I'm wondering if this paint is just biting the dust at this point. It seems like I'm not getting a lot when I'm like shaking it up. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it up. Or however that goes, right? Shake it, Shake it. Shakey, shaky, shake. I don't know these songs these days. This is seeming quite dead. The paint pot, I mean. Actually, this has probably been one of my liveliest streams. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Very, very, very kind, very cool of you. Champions of champions. We stand on guard for thee. Do we, though? Do we? I mean, do we, though? Do we really, though? I mean, if we had the choice, probably not. Probably be like, nah. I'll maybe, like, lay in the hammock. I'll lay in the hammock on guard for thee, Canada. That's what I'll do. And so we will continue the process, the monotonous, brain-melting process of painting Marines that I painted years ago. Again. To make them look like the Marines that I painted last year. So that way everything looks like it's from the same chapter and not from the Bunch of Bums chapter that all have different looking armor. You know, they all show up at different times and they've got different looking armor, and some of them are like an orange red and some of them are like a deep red, and everyone's kind of wondering why everyone's got different patterns applied to them. No one has an answer. I use GIMP to paint? What's that? Is that like an app? Isn't that like an app or something? Where you like have a bunch of these like 3D models, and you like break it up into different pieces, and then you can paint the different pieces different colors, and test out different paint jobs on stuff. Is that the same thing? Oh, please let me not have just walked into just some horrible joke. Sounds like it would be a Death Watch company. What would be a Death Watch company? What? Aspiring champion. What would be a Death Watch company? What are we talking about? Let's get this underside here. This is such a bitch. I really hate painting my old models again. But I'm getting stuff done, so it's okay. So we can continue. To paint what we are Why am I singing? GIMP for making 3D model textures. Okay, because somebody was showing me they had like a phone app. They could put different Warhammer models on, and then they could, I guess, slice up the 3D models into different sections, and then or something, and then they were able to reapply whatever colors they wanted in certain ways, I think. I only saw it briefly, so I may have some details mixed up on that one. All of your old different colored models sounded like it could be Deathwatch or the last wall type. But can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Well, the story behind that is that when I first started my my Space Marines, I was using Blood Angels. No, I was using Blood Red, right, which would just be of like the Blood Angels sort of red, which now I'm guessing is Mephiston Red. Unless there's something else, but I mean, regardless, I digress. Getting to the point. I painted them with that. Early on, I made the mistake of painting a few of them with Scab Red. So at one point, I had to fix a bunch of Space Marines. There's a whole other nightmare story about my Marines needing to be repainted. So this is not the first time that I've had to repaint my Space Marines, and I've become exceedingly efficient at it. And so at one point I was repainting all the Marines, and the color of choice at the time was Vallejo Army Painter or whatever, Pure Red, I think. Or, no, Blood Red. The Vallejo Blood Red. Now, that paint, if you were to compare it to Mephiston Red, it's practically orange. And at one point, after getting Primaris Marines, I wanted to just get some spray paint, so I picked up some Mephiston Red, and then spray painted them that, and then I noticed the difference, and it was, oh no. Oh no. The cycle continues. A Pocahontas reference? You think I'm an ignorant savage, and you've been so many places, I guess it must be so. But still I cannot see if the savage one is me. How can there be so much that you don't know? You don't know. See, it's not the same without the backup accompaniment. It's not the same without the backup accompaniment. I mean, it's just, it doesn't sound right. So the backpack needs to get done. And then there's not a lot of paint in this pot. Oh, the Vallejo paint was based off of the old Blood Angels paint, which was very orange. See, I don't know how it turned up this way, but whatever color the majority of my Space Marines was more of a truer red. And then at one point I was changing it into the orangey red, and now it's going back to the truer red. So I don't know. But you see, if you don't learn from your mistakes, then you will repeat them. So that's why I learned not to do that again. See? That's the lesson. The lesson was don't do what Slathe did and use a different red. Use the right one. Don't use the wrong color. Use the right one. That's what Slathe says. So we've got 15 minutes left. I've got 6 done. So it took about, what, 15 minutes to get another one of these things slapped together. I'm thinking that we're going to wind this down. I'm going to pop over onto this one. And this camera sucks. I definitely need to get new cameras. I mean, like, it's better than this one. Oh, wait, not that one. It's better than this one. Wow. Wow. Oh, yikes. It's like certain old Magic cards. Where it's got that weird, like, blocky digitally effect. You should embrace your true nature and paint the red portions white, hounds of malice. Rise up, says Crunk. Fuck off. No. Wow, how can you get away with talking to your audience like that? How can you get away with talking to your audience like that, Slathe? Fuck off. That's how. Okay. So, okay, there's 4 Space Marines left from what I have on the table. 6 out of 10 ain't bad. For a first time back doing streams and doing painting on the live stream in, like, what's it been, like a year now? It's been a decent amount it's been a good amount of time since I think I don't know, I don't actually have to look at my streams. It feels like it's been a year since I've done an actual, like, live stream doing anything. So with that, I'm happy that everybody showed up. I'm happy, you know, thank you to everybody that, you know, was able to pop by for the short stream. Because, I mean, like, I'm thinking I'm going to do these, so, like, 2-hour streams with, you know, a bit of chat, a bit of banter, a bit of hobby stuff. Maybe we could play a video game or something. And do maybe 2-hour streams in the evenings. Because, I mean, I gotta do a day job. So I'll have those 2-hour streams, so that way we can get all that kind of each day. See if I can get that to, you know, kind of boost some life back into this, and you know, just so that way we can kind of share the care and see if I can see if we can help some people out, because the main mission of this has always been to help build the Warhammer community, to help people in the Warhammer community, to help give advice and suggestions and tips and tricks and solutions, and to do that. It's been the dream, the undreamable dream. That's right. So I guess it'll be the wrap up. So I guess, you know what? If this is the wrap up to the stream, now I'm gonna have a cigarette. I actually have not. I have not had any. I've not smoked during the stream intentionally, which is different from my older streams. You'd see me just smoking up a storm. But now we're gonna leave this for the end. Now that it is at the end, we have made it to the end of the stream. What do we think? What do we think? So, I'm thinking weekday nights. I definitely want to help. I want to follow and help support and help grow Big Red 40K's channel. I want to help that out. If anybody watches this in the future that's not here in the stream right now, go check out Big Red 40K. Amazing guy. He's got a cool channel. He's going to be doing hobby streams. He's going to be doing video games. He's going to be playing Total War. He's going to be doing a lot of different cool stuff. And his streams are going to be kind of around, I believe, scheduled around the Chapter Master Valrak streams. So, you know, if Valrak ain't streaming, go check out Bear. And if Bear's not streaming and Valrak's not streaming, well, I'll give it a shot. I'll try, because that's probably the only time when people will want to watch. So, let's not be negative. Let's be positive and enhance the community that we have. That's right. So my thoughts for the future are I'm going to be trying to keep these up 2 hours a day for the weekdays. I'm not sure about weekends, but we'll see. Maybe there will be the weekend Saturday After Dark stream. Maybe I can get back into doing the After Dark kind of sit down and chat. That's kind of where that's more the one where I'd be on the Discord, and I'd be having some people with me in the Discord, and we'd be talking about just whatever, just shooting the shit or talking about subjects of whatever. And so that one's pretty open invite. I mean, it's not always for everybody, but if people want to join up on the Saturday nights for the After Dark with, I think that's typically me and Jackler just kind of talking about things, that's going to be one. As mentioned earlier, I'm going to be wanting to do Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 6, depending. I mean, that's the real number, I guess. But on the Super Nintendo, so I'm going to be doing some streams of that. I'm going to be restarting Final Fantasy 6 on the Super Nintendo, and that, I believe, will be some fun times, because that game has great music. The Super Nintendo had some brilliant musical score, like the soundtracks in some of those games were brilliant. I can only show you in the future, or suggest you to look it up, because those games are great. So definitely going to be getting back into that. So going to be trying, I'm going to be trying 2 hours a day. I'm going to be trying to do that, trying to not step on toes. So I think I'm going to be doing this. I mean, because I'm going to be helping. I'm going to be trying to help. Big Red 40K is back. The beard was never real. I sucked it back into my face. I never shaved. I'm just not human, he says. So I'm gonna be probably there during his streams, because I'm wanting his ones to help grow. So after and around all of my favorite YouTubers and streamers and one of people that I want to watch and help, I'm gonna be doing streams after that. So I'm thinking it's gonna be evening, 2 hour interval, 2 hour streams, and it's going to be a mix of hobby, 40K, chatting, and maybe every so often the occasional video game stream, just so that way things don't get too stagnant, things stay nice and fun. So, oh, wait, what is that? Who do I hear outside but my older brother? Perfect timing. Brilliant timing. I'm about to wrap up the stream. My older brother shows up. He's going to come by and hang out. This is going to be great. So, let's see. Let's check up on the comments here. He was a Tau all along. Oh no. By the Emperor. I've got Cricket to the left of me, Hoser to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking it's going to be somewhat later evening, 2 hours seems like a good amount of time. Like, it's not too short where I'm not getting anything done, and it's not going to feel very satisfying, and it's not too long. I'm wanting to keep it right in that kind of Goldilocks zone, so that way it's just the right amount of digestible. So that way you're not getting, you're not getting too much Slathe, because, you need to have that right amount of just that perfect amount, and then no more. That's it. You gotta wait until the next serving. No. If you have any more, it'll be like an overdose, and that's not good. It's not good. That's not good for anybody. Too much of anything, even a good thing like this, is not good for you. And that's why I'm gonna have to cut you off at the end of the stream, because clearly, if it goes beyond that, then you'll be beyond the limit, the limit that is safe for human consumption, and I cannot responsibly allow myself to put people at risk of having over the Surgeon General's suggested amount of daily Slathe, which is a suggested amount in minimum and in maximum. So I need to make sure that it's right in that zone, so that way it's just nutritious enough for the brain and for the soul and for the fan base that question mark profit.
All right, I am Slathe the Space Marine, and this has been an installment of Hobby Hangout. Thank you to everyone who has joined me tonight, to Jackler, to Crunk, to Big Red 40K, to Axe, and to... who else was here? There was Aspiring Champion, and I think that was it, and the rest. And so, with that, I will bid you all a good night until the next stream. Slathe, logging out.
Well, I see by the clock on a wall that it's time to bid you one and all goodbye.
Goodbye.
So long.
So long.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Adieu.
Adieu.
Be good.
Stay well.
Bye-bye.
Keep warm.
Relax.
At ease.
Take care.
Stay loose.
Adieu, mon vieux.
À la prochaine.
Goodbye till when we meet again.